Welcome to Fresh Start. I'm Mary Beth, and today I have 3 sandwiches I can't wait to share with you. So make sure you got your pen and paper ready because you're going to want to get all this on paper. All right, the first sandwich we're going to do today is one that I love to do at Juicy's Cafe. It is the avocado club with mashed white beans. Normally how I start, of course I always have my bread. I have already pre-cooked some white beans, just great northern beans. You can also use canned beans, I think it's a 16-ounce can of beans, and just mash them up real good. Just a little salt, little sea salt, and a little olive oil. But with these, I just cook these within an hour, and so those are for the sandwich today. And also, you're going to have half of an avocado, and I just sliced the avocado in thin slices, and also a red onion and a tomato. So a couple slices of tomato, avocado slices, and a red onion and beans. For the dill ranch that's going to go on the sandwich, which to me makes the whole sandwich, I already prepared a little bit here, but I wanted to show you how to make this dressing because you can use it on so many different things. First of all, I am plant-based, so I do use Vegenaise. You can get this in local stores here. And it's usually in the produce department. It's not where our typical mayonnaise is. So you're going to use about 2 big spoonfuls of that. And this will last in the refrigerator, and you can use it on salad dressings. Just add a little almond milk to it, or even coconut milk to make it thinner to the consistency that you like to pour on your salads. All right. Then we're going to use about 2 teaspoons of dill weed. And about 2 teaspoons of parsley, just dried parsley, dried dill weed, onion powder, about 1.5 teaspoons, and garlic powder, same, about 1.5 teaspoons. Then you're going to take half a lemon, and you're just going to squeeze it through your fingers, and your fingers kind of help from the seed, keep the seeds from going into your dressing. And you're going to get the juice of that entire half lemon. It's going to give it a real zesty flavor. Okay, and see, I have seeds in my hand. All right, so we're going to whip this up. And it's going to feel probably like you put too much seasoning in it, but you did not, because that's what makes the sandwich. All right. Put this to the side here. And I love to use wheat bread. So you can use whichever bread you prefer, but whole wheat bread is better for you. So I highly recommend using 100% whole wheat bread. Make sure it's 100% if you are trying to get a little healthier, make better choices for yourself. So with the first piece of bread, you're just gonna smear the dill ranch. And it looks really pretty, and I like a lot. All right, with this last piece of bread here, your second piece, you're going to mash the white beans, and it's okay if some of your dressing is mixed in with the white beans. Actually, that makes it taste just a little better. You're going to mash that. I never dreamed white beans would be good on a sandwich, but it is so good. And you're getting a ton of fiber. You're getting all types of antioxidants, and the avocado is just full of omega-3s, a good fat that actually helps your cholesterol. Okay. Then you're going to take some fresh spinach leaves, or you can use romaine. You can use any type of lettuce that you like. I highly recommend that you do not use iceberg lettuce. There is no nutritional value in iceberg lettuce, so get romaine, red romaine, bilb lettuce, anything but iceberg. So I love spinach, so I'm going to use spinach. And this is also good with sprouts or microgreens. I love to serve it with microgreens if I have them. So I put spinach on both pieces of the bread. I got my cucumber here. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to do some really thin slices of a cucumber. And it's usually about 2 or 3 slices. You want your sandwich to look and feel real hearty. So you're just going to place the cucumbers in a nice little line there. And I actually like a little more cucumber, so. That should do it. All right, then you're going to add your avocado. And that's about maybe 1/4 of an avocado. And I'm going to show you how to cut an avocado here in just a few minutes with one of the other sandwiches that we're going to do today. Move that to the side. So now your red onion. If you do not like red onion, it's okay. You don't have to put it on there. But if you do like red onion, it is so good with the red onion. And red onion is so good for help to fight cancer, even chronic pain, like arthritis. So it's really good for a lot of inflammatory disease. All right, and next a couple tomatoes. And if you want, you can actually, I usually throw basil or fresh oregano on top of that if you have it and you want that extra flavor. So good. And you just throw that sandwich together. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's a sandwich. So what I normally do is I cut it in 2. So when you put it on your plate, you have to be ever so careful because you don't want to mess up your artwork you just did. So, okay. I don't know if you can see that. So pretty. All right, on to the next sandwich. Now that is the mashed bean and avocado club. You can also do that on a wrap if you don't want to eat the bread, or even a lettuce leaf, like a red romaine lettuce, or just a leafy green. All right, the next I'm going to do is, I fell in love with plant-based diet years ago, but one of my favorite things that I love to make is a raw taco. And it's not all raw, but the main thing is the tortilla is lettuce. And so I try to make everything else as raw as possible, meaning just from the garden. So the first thing I'm starting with is about 16 ounces of black beans that are cooked. They are not raw, but this is about the only thing that is not raw. And then about 8 ounces of olives, black olives. You just slice them up, and that's already in there. And then you're going to take some corn. And I usually take about 2 ears of corn. And you can use corn from a can if you want to. It's better if it's fresh. And you're just going to cut that corn off of there. Oops. All right. And your black beans, they're so full of fiber and so good for you. So a lot of people like myself that don't eat a lot of animal protein or none, black beans are a great source of protein. And olives are a very good fat. It's just like avocado, it's a good fat. So a lot of people are afraid to eat avocados and olives because of the fat content, but it's not the same as what you would find in a hamburger or french fries. Not the same type of fat. Right. Okay, grab a spoon here. It's already starting to look pretty. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is chop up a tomato. And you can chop a tomato any way you want. So I'm used to just chopping it the way we do it at the cafe. So I usually chop into slices. Remember to hold your fingers back. And sometimes my knife needs to be a little sharper. And if you don't want to use a fresh tomato, it is okay. You can use, I would highly recommend organic diced tomatoes if you don't want to cut the tomato up, but it's so much better if you do use a fresh tomato. Okay, throw those in there. Now I've really made a mess, but a good mess. All right, the next thing I'm going to cut up is another avocado. I'm going to show you how to do that where it's easy. Okay, well, I already cut the avocado, so I cut it in the center, and there's the pit. So what you usually do is you can remove the pit, just take your knife, hit it kind of hard, and the pit comes right out instead of having to dig for it. And then you just take, I like it in strips. You can actually eat an avocado just like this. It's like a bowl. And a lot of people think because of the rough skin, either it's not healthy or it doesn't taste good. So very wrong. So inside it's very creamy. It's very good for your skin. So a lot of people that eat avocados, they usually have really pretty skin. So I also have a grandchild or grandchildren that ate avocado as baby food. So I would actually see their mother feeding them this as an infant, you know, with a spoon, just straight to the baby, and the baby loved it. So what you're gonna do is just do little slices. Some people peel the avocado, but I seem to always be in a hurry, so I just take my finger under the skin. I want to chop this up a little bit. All right, so we had some avocado left over from the sandwich. I'm just going to add that to it. Clean up a little bit. All right, we have a little bit of red onion here. I'm going to slice that and then chop it a fine chop or a medium chop. We don't want it too small. The avocado's kind of got on that and it's made it kind of slippery, so I'm just going to do a little chop. And what we're making, like I said, is a raw taco. You can also use this as a dip. So if you have some blue tortilla chips, you can use this once you get it all together. It's kind of like a chunky salsa, guacamole, all in one. So it's delicious however you want to use it. And we're going to use it a couple ways today. Onions, I don't know if you know, onions are so good for you. I've talked about them before. They're so good for them. Mixed with mushrooms are great cancer fighters. They've actually been proven to prevent certain cancers. So eat your onions. All right, so we're going to stir that up. Look how pretty that is. So colorful. Just remember, when you eat a plant-based diet, a lot of people, they just don't know what to do. And I was in the same boat years ago. So someone had told me to eat the colors of the rainbow. So that's what I did. I went through the produce and I just started getting everything that was different colors, because each color represents one thing or many things, different things, that it helps your body function properly, gives you a state of well-being. So just remember, when you're in the produce, don't just get greens, get all the colors. Green, yellow, red, purple, orange. There's so many different colors. All right. The next thing I'm going to use is quinoa. Quinoa, we've talked about on one of the other shows, is a super grain and a sprout. So it is it's an omega-3. It makes a complete protein, amino acids, I'm sorry. So it has all the amino acids to make it a complete protein. So this is another way I get protein. So it's a mixture of quinoa and brown rice. So it's about a cup about half a cup of each, about half a cup of quinoa, half a cup of brown rice. Who would have ever thought a cucumber would taste good in a taco? Not me. So this is going to go in this raw taco mix. Let's see here. You do not have to peel it if you don't want to. If it's organic, you don't have to. If it isn't organic, I highly recommend you peeling it. And it's about half of a cucumber. You do not have to use the whole cucumber. And if you want, where I use black beans, if you don't like black beans, you can use kidney beans, you can use chickpeas, any type of bean that you like. No baked beans though. All right, so you're gonna throw that in there. And I'm going to add just a little bit more. And this is also great for breakfast. I had some in the fridge and there was nothing else in the house to eat at the time, and this is what I had, was this mixture, and it was really good. This is a great summertime dish also. You can just take it like this and just eat it as you're making it. I mean, you don't even have to use tortilla chips if you don't want to. It's very, very good. All right, the next thing we're going to use is some cilantro. We've talked about cilantro in the past being really good to get heavy metals and toxins out of your liver. So if you've been on a lot of antibiotics or medication as a child or even as an adult, this actually helps remove those heavy toxins that's been left behind. And even if you get flu shots, they actually leave stuff behind in your liver. So this will help get rid of that. And if you don't like cilantro, you can use parsley, or you can use both. You don't just have to stick to one. I just love cilantro. I use cilantro in a lot of different things. Juices, salad dressings, and tacos. All right, and it's just a medium chop, nothing too small, just chop it, stems and all. And I'm going to say about 1/4 of the bundle. I might have chopped just a little too much. And you're also going to use a white onion. A half a white onion. Smelling so good already. Okay, there's that. Okay, let me clean this up. Now we're going to make a sauce to go on top of this, and the sauce it's just like what we made kinda with the dill ranch. It's got the same ingredients as far as the onion and garlic powder. Just we're going to add some avocado to it. And it makes it real creamy. All right, I already have my avocado. That's half an avocado. Stir this up real quick. I did not mix my salsa. Now with salsa, you don't have to put salsa in it, but it just makes it so much easier to handle if you are going to do raw tacos. So this is just an organic salsa from Wild Oats that I bought, and it's a mild salsa, so I'm going to pour about a cup of that in there. And I think we need a little more. So about 2 cups. I'm gonna throw some cumin in here and some chili powder. And it's about 2 teaspoons of both. 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of chili powder. All right, now let's get back to our dressing. Okay. Let me get stuff out of the way for you. All right, so you have your avocado. It's half an avocado and pretty ripe so that you can actually mash it. All right, again, you're going to use your veganese. And you want to, since we got a pretty good sized bowl there, we're going to put about 3 big spoonfuls in there. Okay, stir that up. And you kind of have to work with the avocado. If you have a blender, it's great just to throw it in the blender, but if you don't, it's okay. It might be a little chunky, but it's all good. You're gonna love it. All right, the next thing I do is add some lime juice to that. And I also add half a lime to this mixture we just did, the taco mixture. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then the other half of the lime, you're just going to put it in your dressing. And a little bit more in there. Again, you're using your hand to keep from seeds falling into your dressing. All right, reach back here and grab some parsley. A little salt in here. Let's see, where did I put? There we are. I hide stuff from myself. Okay, here we go. Some garlic powder. Just a little bit. And a little bit of onion powder. Stir that up real good. All right, I'm gonna put a little parsley in it also. I've got all kinds of spices hidden around here. This one I haven't opened yet, but what you're gonna do, it's about 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic, and about 2 teaspoons of parsley. And then stir, and that makes it really pretty. All right, so now it's time to make the tacos. We're gonna add that to our plate. Move our sandwiches over. I'd already pre-washed some red bib lettuce. So you can get this at any store, local store here in town or farmer's market. So what I normally do is I will just cut the very bottom of it off. And you do not have to get the red leaf like I did, but it's one of my favorite. It has a lot of nutrients in it. So, all right, let's make a taco. Here's one. You're gonna throw some sauce on that. And usually 2 or 3 make a serving. And if you think of anything else you like on a taco, add it. It's perfectly fine. If you like jalapenos, anything like that is fine. So now, when you eat these delicious babies, you just roll them up and enjoy. All right. Now, we're going to do something a little different with the same mixture that we just made. Get rid of these, get them out of the way. This over here so you can see it. So what I've done ahead of time is I have chopped up some red peppers, green peppers, onions, and some mushrooms. So it's equivalent to 2 red peppers, 2 green peppers, 1 onion, and 16 ounces of mushrooms. So I'm going to pour all this in here. Smells so good. Now this is a healthier version of just a tortilla. So I'm going to put just a little olive oil in there. And you do not have to put the olive oil if you do not wish to. If you're trying to really watch your fat, even though olive oil is the healthiest oil out there, it still is 100% fat. So you have to be real careful. All right, we're going to add some garlic to this. It's already starting to smell good. Put that on high. Smelling good. All right, so you're going to let that cook up for about 10 minutes. And once you let it cook up for 10 minutes, you're going to start off with a little bit of this on your tortilla. And a little bit of the sauce you've already made, along with some of the avocado dressing. And voila. All right. Smells so good in here. So you have raw tacos, flour or whole wheat tortilla tacos, and our mashed bean and avocado club. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the recipes. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thanks.